Better to be poor and live one's life uprightly than engage in crooked speech, for such one is a fool. To act without knowing how you function is not good, and if you rush ahead, you will miss your goal. A person's own folly is what ruins his way, but he rages in his own heart against Yahweh. Wealth brings in many friends, but the poor man loses the one friend he has. A false witness will not go unpunished. Whoever breathes out lies will not escape. Many ask favors of a generous person. To a giver of gifts, everyone is a friend. A poor man's relatives all hate him. Even more, his friends stay away from him. He may pursue them with entreaties, but they aren't there to be found. To acquire good sense is to love oneself. To treasure discernment is to prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished. Whoever breathes out lies will perish. It isn't fitting for a fool to live in luxury, and even less for a slave to govern princes. People with good sense are slow to anger, and it is their glory to overlook an offense. A king's wrath is like a roaring of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A son who is a fool is his father's ruin, and a nagging wife is like a leak that keeps dripping. A house and wealth are inherited from ancestors, but a sensible wife is from Yahweh. Laziness makes people fall asleep, and an idle person will go hungry. He who keeps a mitzvot keeps himself safe, but he who doesn't care how he lives will die. He who is kind to the poor is lending to Yahweh, and he will repay him for his good deed. Discipline your child while there is hope, but don't let him get so angry that you kill him. A violent-tempered person will be punished. If you try to save him from it, you make things worse. Listen to advice and accept discipline, so that in the end you will be wise. One can devise many plans in one's mind, but Yahweh's plans will prevail. A man's lusts is his shame, and a poor man is better than a liar. The fear of Yahweh leads to life. One who has it is satisfied and rests untouched by evil. The lazy person buries his hand in the dish, but doesn't even bother to bring it to his mouth. If you strike a scorner, the simple will learn to act wisely. If you reprove the intelligent, he will understand what you mean. One who mistreats his father and evicts his mother is a son who brings them shame and disgrace. My son, if you stop heeding discipline, you will stray from the principles of knowledge. A worthless witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked swallows wrongdoing. Judgments are in store for scorners, and blows for the backs of fools. Wine is a mocker, strong liquor a rowdy. Anyone led astray by it is unwise. The dread of a king is like when a lion roars. He who makes him angry commits a life-threatening sin. Avoiding quarrels brings a person honor, for any fool can explode in anger. Lazy person won't plow in winter, so at harvest time, when he looks, there is nothing. The heart's real intentions are like deep water, but a person with discernment draws them out. Most people announce that they show kindness, but who can find someone faithful enough to do it? The righteous live a life of integrity. Happy are their children after them. The king seated on his judgment throne can winnow out all evil with his glance. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am cleansed from my sin? False weights and false measures, Yahweh detests them both. The character of even a child is known by how he acts, by whether his deeds are pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh made them both. If you love sleep, you will become poor. Keep your eyes open and you'll have plenty of food. Really bad stuff, says the buyer to the seller. Then he goes off and brags about his bargain. A person may have gold and wealth and pearls, but lips informed by knowledge are a precious jewel. Seize his clothes because he guaranteed a stranger's loan. Take them as security for that unknown woman. Food obtained by fraud may taste good, but later the mouth is full of gravel. After consultation, plans succeed, So take wise advice when waging war. A gossip goes around revealing secrets, so don't get involved with a talkative person. Whoever curses his father or mother, his lamp will go out in total darkness. Possessions acquired quickly at first will not be blessed in the end. Don't say, I'll pay back evil for evil. Wait for Yahweh to save you. Yahweh detests a double standard and weights, and false scales are not good. A man's steps are ordered by Yahweh, so how can a person understand his own ways? It is a snare to dedicate a gift to God rashly and reflect on the vows only afterwards. A wise king winnows the wicked from the righteous, and threshes them under the cartwheel. The human spirit is a lamp of Yahweh. It searches one's inmost being. Grace and truth preserve a king. With grace he upholds his throne. The pride of the young is their strength. The dignity of the old is gray hair. Blows that wound purge away evil. Yes, beating cleanse one's inmost being. The king's heart in Yahweh's hand is like streams of water. He directs it wherever he pleases. All a person's ways are right in his own view, but Yahweh weighs the heart. To do what is right and just is more pleasing to Yahweh than sacrifice. Haughty looks, a proud heart, what the wicked plow is sin. The plans of the diligent lead only to abundance, but all who rush and arrive only at want. Fortune gained by a lying tongue is vapor dispersed by seekers of death. The violence of the wicked will sweep them away because they refuse to act justly. A criminal's conduct is crooked, but the work of the pure is right. It is better to live in a corner of a roof than to share the house with a nagging wife. The wicked is set on evil. He doesn't pity even his neighbor. When a scorner is punished, the simple become wiser, and when the wise is instructed, he takes hold of knowledge. The righteous one observes the house of the wicked. He overthrows the wicked to their ruin. Whoever stops up his ears at the cry of the poor will himself cry, but not be answered. A secret gift allies anger, and a bribe under the cloak the strongest fury. Acting justly is a joy to the righteous, but it terrifies evildoers. The person who strays from the way of common sense will come to rest in the company of the dead. Pleasure lovers will suffer want. He who loves wine and oil won't get rich. The wicked serve as a ransom for the righteous, and likewise the perfidious from the upright. It is better to live in the desert than with a nagging, irritable wife. In the home of the wise are fine treasures and oil, but a fool quickly devours it. He who pursues righteousness, kindness, finds life, prosperity, and honor. Wise man can go up into a city of warriors and undermine the strength of which it trusts. Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Scoffer is what you call a proud, insolent person who acts with overweening conceit. A lazy man's cravings will kill him because his hands refuse to work. He covets greedily all day long, but a righteous person gives without holding back. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with vile motives? A lying witness is doomed. But one who heard what was said will testify successfully. A wicked man puts on a bold face, whereas the upright prepares his ways. No wisdom, discernment, or counsel succeeds against Yahweh. A horse may be prepared for the day of battle, but victory comes from Yahweh.